One of the things that kind of pervades much right-wing ideology, at least in the United States, is seemingly simple, obvious ideas that everybody should clearly hear and immediately say that makes sense and adopt, which require no real deep thought of any kind. And these include things like, hey, it's your money after all. Why should you be taxed? It's your money and you should get to keep it. Well, that's pretty simple. I don't know. It makes sense. Of course, the real world is far more complicated. Hey, listen, we've got a Second Amendment. And so that's it. People can have whatever guns and well, but hold on a second. Let's actually think more deeply about some of these issues. And when it comes to things like unemployment, welfare benefits, social insurance, there's this attitude from the right that's often based on the concept of people just got to stop being lazy and just like go and do stuff. Go and do stuff. You need more money, get a better job. Just go do stuff. Don't rely on other people. Don't be lazy, all of these different things. And along these lines, a very popular meme that now is being repeated very uncritically on Fox News and in other right-wing media is as Omicron spreads wildly and some health agencies in different states, countries, et cetera, are saying employers should be prepared for up to 25% of their workforce at any given time to be out because of either a COVID diagnosis or a COVID exposure that requires some degree of isolation. They are saying, just go to work, And we have the epitome of hypocrisy here from Fox News' Brian Kilmeade. The Fox and Friends crew appears to be hosting Fox and Friends, each alone in studios. Now, we can't tell whether these are all even Fox studios or some are home studios. There are people on other networks who have set up a room in their home with a big TV screen behind them, and it looks like they're in the studio, but they're really at home. We don't know. But Brian Kilmeade, while he is co-hosting Fox and Friends alone in a studio rather than on the couch with his co-hosts, for any of a variety of different reasons, is telling other people, just go to work and live with COVID. Just get out there. What are you doing? Trying to be at home, trying to be out from work. Pretty convenient when you can just get your own studio or whatever it is that he's doing. All right, let's take a look at the video here.
And I want to make it clear, too, that I met so many teachers, and Ainsley, your sister's teacher, and your mom was teacher, and I met so many teachers. I went to about 18 cities over the last 2 months, and so many people say, I know Fox doesn't like teachers. I go, no, you got it all wrong. Fox is in awe of teachers. The unions that are in control, that they're forced to join in order to get a job, that's the issue. But guess what has changed? You know what it used to be? It used to be us on the couch. It used to be almost every Republican political leader, almost everyone, saying, go get the kids back in school. And the Democrats get in charge, and it's like, no, we need money to get schools ready and 6 feet apart. And then we get plexiglass in order to get. And now all of a sudden things have changed. If you see the new mayor of New York City, if you see Lori Lightfoot of Chicago, if you see what is happening in Los Angeles, everywhere you go in Massachusetts, the moderate governor, a Republican governor, who has really gone liberal on so many different causes, is now pushing back, all on the same page, saying kids need to be in school. And guess the only people standing in the way are teachers' unions. The kids need to be in school. The parents need to be teaching in school. The mayor's saying get into school. The governors are saying get into school. The president's saying get into school. Dr. Fauci said get to school. They're the only thing stopping. These kids are going to have...
Now remember, all along, everybody said it would be better for kids to be in school. There was a point at which it would have been outrageous to do it. And schools we're getting to the main thing. Even this week, some schools are saying we're going to go remote for a week or 2 weeks and try to get past this Omicron surge. But let's continue.
Their learning curve forever curtailed unless something happens quickly. And this should be our mantra from here on in. Let's not get caught up in the daily nuances of what doctor's in and what's out. It's called live with it. Go to work. Live with it. Get on a train, get on a bus, get on a plane. How do we live with it? We can no longer hide from it. That's the 10-day to 5-day rule. Now, listen, in the real world, there's parents that have to deal with remote learning until they can get control of their kids' education.
Now, there's some degree to which Kilmeade is not wrong in that we are literally going to have to learn to live with it one way or the other. How some people live with it is going to be different than how other people live with it. The most optimistic scenario is we've got another 7 to 10 days, maybe, of this Omicron surge, and then a decline, meaning in 7 to 10 days, we'll be back where we are now. And in another 7 to 10 days, we'll be to where we were 7 to 10 days ago. And hopefully 6 weeks from now or so, things are looking here the way they are looking in South Africa now. That would be the ideal trajectory. But then the best case scenario is this thing becomes endemic and it will be roughly this severe for a period of time. And hopefully over time, the number of cases gets down to, what would be sort of a steady, predictable level, the way flu sort of is, although there's better flu seasons and worse flu seasons. We know that. And it continues to mutate because of evolutionary pressure that generally makes these things less severe over time rather than more in the less severe direction. So there is a degree to which we have to live with it. We are in the middle of the biggest spike. Fox and Friends are each sitting by themselves in a studio as he is saying, get on a bus, go to school, go here, teachers go in, go, even when you have a lot of kids still unvaccinated. Very easy and hypocritical for him to say that. And it's, it was the AOC, the thing they were saying about AOC going to Miami, which we talked about, rules for thee and not for me. He's telling everybody else, get on public transit and just go to your job, where he is, we can't tell. He may be working from home or isolated in a studio, probably gets a chauffeured ride into the studio, or at least it's available. I don't know if he's taking it. We're sort of guessing here. This is sort of a rules for thee and not for me sort of thing, and just a complete disconnect from the reality of what's actually going on in the world. And if businesses have 25% of workers out, you don't think that cripples businesses in a serious and significant long-term way? So it's not just hypocrisy. It's virtue signaling as well. And we should all be really skeptical about accepting the stuff that these people tell us.